Previously on Rivals, Tony and Maude are getting it on, as unpleasant as it is for us to see. Meanwhile, Declan and Rupert, their project, the Golden Gauntlet, was mysteriously given to Tony. We don't know by who, but this week it looks like a storm is brewing. So it's the final episode for now of Rivals, Season 2, Episode 6 on the Lords of Grantham podcast.
The trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita's all I need. A little bit of Tina's what I see.
And we are back for the last time for a good long while, sadly, to talk about the halfway point finale, if you will, of Rivals, Season 2, Episode 6. Corey, how you feeling?
Pleased. You know, we're asking last week, where do you end the midpoint for the season? Because, like, you know, originally the back half of the season was going to arrive in July or August, sooner rather than later. And when we say later, we do mean like October or November, as we've heard. But I was just wondering, like, what would be a good point for them to kind of leave off before we pick up things? And I think they found a spot. This is a very satisfactory, a lot of things happening to give us some breathing room on.
Yeah, very much so. And a lot of things that are unresolved from last time.
Mm-hmm. But Dave, did you have a good Father's Day weekend? Are you getting used to this? This is your second year now observing Father's Day as a father.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun. It's I think when it's like a toddler, they don't have the patience to understand what is going on that's different. Mm-hmm. But, you know, got dinner with my parents on Saturday, dinner with the in-laws or breakfast with the in-laws on Sunday, and then spent the day with the family. You know, I think it's one of those things where when the baby's still little, you just kind of have carte blanche to say, I don't want to wipe a dirty diaper today. I don't want to do this. And you can get away with saying no and not seem like a deadbeat. So, mm-hmm. I enjoyed myself.
That's good. Yeah. Yesterday, we were trying to have my dad understand, no, you choose the restaurant tonight. Don't force it on us. You choose where you want to go. It's your day. Mm-hmm. And he just could not get his head around it.
That's tough.
Like, just choose the place. Just go.
Isn't your dad a kind of a repeat offender for the same kind of restaurants?
Oh, yeah. He'll always say, like, where do you guys want to go when we know there's about a list of 5. And we have to operate within, like, the 5 or 6 that he likes to go to. It's a whole thing.
Hey, I understand if you know what you like.
Yeah. And we're going to be talking a lot about parenting on this episode, but before we get to that, there is some Rivals news, Dave.
Okay, what's the Rivals news?
It's been renewed for a 3rd season ahead of the back half of the season coming out.
That's good because I was just on IMDb pulling up this episode to get the cast list and the credits, and I saw 3. Mm-hmm. So, interesting.
Yeah. The creative team behind Rivals have said how the series is 150% a tribute to Jilly Cooper, who wrote the books that these are based upon. No timeline for when they're actually going to be producing this 3rd season, but this is great. This show is fantastic, and I hope its profile continues to rise. I was kind of worried when I saw the episodes didn't rank too highly on Hulu, but maybe you shouldn't put too much stock in that, considering this is a co-production that is funded in part by Britain and aired over there in the UK. I don't know if it's specifically on Hulu or Disney Plus over there, but it seems like there's a lot of international appeal for this. So
good.
Yeah, here for it. But this episode, Dave, we should just get to
Storm's
it.
coming.
A storm's coming in. Better get home quick.
Yeah.
Kind of a focused episode. There's no peripheral characters really this week. Maybe like one fleeting glance at Deirdre. We don't see any. Was it James?
I don't think we
Charles.
set foot in. We're only in. Yeah, fleeting is generous of the Corinium crew. Like we just see James Veriker doing the weather report basically as a gag to say he's not doing it right.
Yeah, and we see Sarah Stratton still co-hosting on the show. Really haven't followed up on her being pregnant at all since the drama of that earlier in the season.
But she's showing signs, Yeah. She's heavy breathing.
Mm-hmm. But not much. They're waiting on that one to blow it up, to come back around again. But we should probably just almost operate in chronological order, right? I mean, a lot of this episode unfolds that way.
Yeah, and very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We see Archie comes home.
Yeah, with suspenseful music playing off the bat, like to start this episode. Like there's already some tension in the air. It's not very clear.
The tone. This is an episode like I knew something bad was happening. Like
wind's blowing already.
It's like Jurassic Park. Anything where a storm is happening, it is bad.
And coincidentally enough, we're recording this on a night where it is quite rainy outside and windy.
Yeah, well, I watched the episode after work today, so it was raining pretty heavily outside as I was watching this.
It was a 4DX experience for you to watch this episode.
In some ways, it's surround sound, even though I don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it is. Archie is home, and the first thing he does is take his camera out, take the film reel, go into his red room, or his whatever you call it, dark room, and lays the film out to develop.
Yeah. A lot of pictures of birds. Love the birds. But the music keeps getting more dramatic. And as it pans down, we see quite the bird, Dave.
Yep. Oh, Maud.
Oh, my.
In the buff.
I mean, she is very attractive. It is incredible. These pictures are quite salacious. But he doesn't notice it.
Yeah, he moves on.
Yeah, he just sees birds.
He's not even looking. He's leaving them out. This is
right.
The camera. The camera is doing the work for us here.
Mm-hmm. But Caitlin is coming over to visit.
Yep, it seems as though our last interaction with these two around the Golden Gauntlet, or whenever their little date was, where she said she's not ready, and he said okay, but they're kind of falling for each other.
They got the chemistry.
Yeah, and this is a sweet little episode about that, where she can't really lock into a groove with him when they're getting physical, and she's like, okay, we gotta pull this back a little bit. Tell me about what you take pictures of. And he's like, birds. And she's like, yeah, right. And he goes, look at the wall. It's all covered in birds. And then
I'm a big bird guy.
Some of the dweeby conversation kind of is titillating to her. And that's how he says, do you want me to stop talking about birds? And she said, no, keep talking about birds. And then that's the kind of foreplay that Caitlin O'Hara needs.
It's a nerdy interest. That's kind of cute. It's endearing. And yeah, they have a little easy chemistry going, and so they go to bed, and there's that awkward tension of them doing the deed for the first time. She's like, "Is that you?" And he's like, "I think that is me."
I hope so.
I don't know. Is there someone else in this bed? I don't know. Could be. And yeah, they do it, and it seems to go well.
Yeah, they're having the time of their lives, just kind of in the post bliss.
A B+ effort that they're giving themselves, I think. Pat on the back.
Yeah. And then we hear some barking coming from downstairs, and it's, mom's home.
Oh, yeah. Archie knows that he will get caught. And he also, as we learned, they bunked off early from school because they wanted this opportunity to kind of hang out because school is getting out, and so they came to his place early. So it's a little bit of a surprise for his mom that he would be there, and he's a little surprised that his mom would even be there that time of day, although it's not even clear if Monica really has much work exactly. But yeah, he's immediately like, you gotta hide, Caitlin. I gotta address Mom. And
sends Caitlin into the dark room.
Yeah. And so Monica comes up there, sees him. He's got his shirt inside out, just his drawers on.
He says it's punk.
It could be punk to wear it inside out. I think people have claimed that before.
And she says, punk's dead.
Right, because it's 87. It's kind of had its moment.
And he says to her, I'm always late to things anyway. Mm-hmm. That's cute.
Yeah.
But then after she goes away, therein comes the big revelation where Caitlin's like, why is there naked pictures of my mom on your wall?
this would be the most horrifying thing to ever see. Naked pictures of your parents. That's something I don't think anyone ever wants to see.
Yeah. Well, it's traumatic, you know? It's kind of like, whoa, huh?
I don't need to know that. You can't get that wipe from your brain. B, why is the guy that I hooked up with got naked pictures of my mom?
Yeah.
Explain that
but
one,
at least,
Archie.
you know, I was very happy that there was not a moment of her like, you do know, tell me. Like they cut to there's not deception between the two of them, which I think is an honorable thing, and I think they make mention of it at some point later in the episode. It's like they're just teenagers. Like they don't care about this family feud. This is Romeo and Juliet of rivals.
Archie is suitably shocked as well at her mom appearing in those photos. But in that effort, though, Caitlin's like, we got to tell Monica. We got to tell your mom. I got to confront my mom.
Well, they don't want to tell Monica. They want to put him on. They want to tell Maude, and they want to get to the bottom of it.
Because it's Caitlin's mom. She wants to go confront her mom. And so she's rushing out of there. And then that's when Monica is shocked to see, like, oh, Archie, you had company. Oh, I get why you're here. I get what's going on here.
You go, let's talk.
Let's have the talk, even though you've already done it. But let's have the talk. And in that conversation, though, Monica makes note of, hey, you're trying to rush off with that photo there. What's going on?
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Caitlin's like, it's not a photo. It's nothing. I thought it was
just negatives.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit much of Monica to be like, show me it. Show me. What's going on?
Well,
there?
she's got a good matronly eye. You know, like she knows when something's afoot. Mm-hmm. But when someone says no,
yep.
Especially considering the context of how she discovered the two of them, it's not like they were purely being innocent. She's like, what if it's something about her son? You know, like
right. Who knows what it could be? And even then, she says, "I will call your mother," and that's triggering to Caitlin. Like, oh God, this is the last thing we need to have happen right now. Credit to Caitlin though; she did a good job of making it seem like she was also interested in birds and leading Monica astray there. And so Monica sees the photos. She's like, "It's just a bunch of birds." Whoa, okay. What is okay? And then she takes the photos, rips them up, and throws them in the fireplace.
yeah. And Archie's like, what is going on? And then Tony comes home.
Uh-huh. And Caitlin is just sticking around because there's a storm going on outside.
And it seems like Monica kind of has her captive. Mm-hmm. She can't leave.
Yeah. She knows too much. And they're having dinner. And Caitlin and Archie are stewing because they're just like, Monica saw this stuff. She's not doing anything about it. She's pretending as if everything's fine. Archie says, like, don't they know that all the food in the fridge is from Taggy? That's not Monica actually making them. And
you're eating off the Venturer table.
Exactly. And Tony's like, it's okay. Monica's busy. I don't want to bother her.
Yeah, and then he's like, hey, speaking of O'Hara's, your mom got this great gig and 4 men came to Mo because of me and because of your mom in here who discovered her. Like, how cool is that? And that's where Archie's like no more.
Yeah.
And Archie, good for Archie. I was happy with Archie here.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's sticking up for his mom there, like telling her to stick up for herself. Like, you can't just let him just run right over you. Mm-hmm. And there is some dread I felt in that moment. Like, everyone knows what's going on except Tony, who like isn't aware that everyone knows what the deal is. Mm-hmm. But yeah, pretty much they blow up the situation. Monica's like, I gotta leave. I gotta go for a walk. I know the weather's terrible.
Walks out into the storm. The door is whipping.
I've done it. I've been there. I just need to go for a walk, even though the weather's terrible. I need to breathe.
Yep.
We've all been there.
And Tony's furious too.
Seething and not taking much blame for it. He's blaming Archie. Like, what have you done?
Yeah, why'd you make your mom upset about this?
And he's like, it was your camera, Dad. I wasn't trying to take any naked pics of anyone. I was just trying to take pictures of birds.
And he says, you cheated on Mom. He said, I cheated on her dozens of times. It's what people do.
I do like Tony's defense early on where he's like, it was a photo shoot for a show. And you're like,
yeah.
But you were shirtless, Tony, and you were in the frame. Oh, yeah, you got me. You know what?
I mean, that's a good response. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's clever.
He thinks he's above it. But like you said, and he continues to think he's above it because, like you said, he tells his son, like, affairs are what people do. What do you want from me, son? Grow up. It's the real world. Mm-hmm. Terrible person, Tony.
Yeah, and do we want to... Is that where we kind of hit pause on this situation for them?
Right, because we see Maude and Declan at home running lines for the new show that she's going to be in.
Yep.
And it's, again, Declan and Maude seem to be on good terms this week. And, he's talking about the Yates documentary that he produced, and he's not so sure about it, want to watch it together. And so they're going to watch it together. Yeah, they're watching the documentary, and Declan comes.
Maude loves it.
She does love it, which is good. I mean, she's a sucker for a hot man like Declan, so it would make sense.
And she says, like, she understands the appeal of it, that it's going to, that hearing a hunk or seeing a hunk read poetry like that right at the camera is going to get the women all riled up.
Exactly. But he comes clean. He's like, I was in Ireland, really remote. Was there with Cameron. We had some good vibes. I had a few drinks. She had a few drinks. We were feeling each other. But don't worry, Maude. Nothing happened. She wanted. I kind of wanted to, but I didn't do it.
Good move. I was so proud of Declan in this moment.
Yeah.
He said the possibility was there, but I did nothing. Nothing came of it, and I just wanted to let you know because it weighs heavy on my conscience.
The only thing I'd have reservations about with that is that he continues to work with Cameron Cook. So if I'm the wife in that situation, assuming that I'm clean and not cheating on him, I'd be like, I don't want to see this guy working with that lady anymore when she has made overtures towards him, and he may have done that to her.
I think he knows that she's not. He knows her history.
Sure.
And as he said to Cameron, he knows this is how famous people behave, and it would be a double standard on her part for her to not allow for that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So she appreciates it, but you can see the guilt that Maude feels in that moment of like, oh man, I got to come clean with him somehow, but I don't know if that's even possible.
Well, and the way that Declan words it is very, very classy. Where he's like, look, I don't think things are going well with Cameron and Rupert. It's really, they're not a good match.
Yeah.
We're drinking, we're being creative, and this happened, and we were feeling the moment. We were feeling the success of our story. Mm-hmm. And that's why I think I think he's guilt-free. I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Sure.
But, yeah, Maude's face, she's like, cool, I guess.
Yeah. And I think this is later in the episode, but just to put a pin in it for now, they have sex again. And these are two of the most attractive people on TV just going at it. Like, my God.
Yeah, she's older than Aidan Turner.
Oh, yeah. And it doesn't matter because they complement each other so well in terms of their attractiveness. And
she's 9 years older than him.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, good for her. Hey.
Redheads age well. Take that to heart, Dave. You're a redhead, right?
Yeah.
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 Put a feather in your hat. And so we'll get back to them because they just go to sleep after that.
Yeah. They turn in early and they leave Taggy on her own.
Right. Taggy, who is looking out the window and that sees that a horse is loose. One of Rupert's horses, it looks like. Yep.
And we see earlier in the episode she's talking to Lizzie. Mm-hmm. And they're having a little conversation about like, oh, what's going to happen with you? And Lizzie's a big, talking about happiness and chasing your own happiness this week. And she's like, I think we just got to be done with whatever's going on here with Rupert and move. She's too busy to have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So she gets in the car and starts to drive home and sees Rupert on this horse and ignores him. Keeping in mind that Rupert last week gave her a dog for her 21st birthday. Yeah. While Baz was there. She's trying to stay in her lane. Yeah. And Baz is also at the O'Hara house this week, too. Right before the storm hits. Yeah. It's kind of strange because when Lizzie and Taggy are talking earlier this episode, Lizzie asked Taggy, like, do you have anything going on? She's like, nah, nothing serious. But if you have Baz hanging out, and we saw him cooking you dinner for your birthday,
it's bad news, I think, for Baz that she's not thinking of him in that way potentially.
I feel bad for. Well, he also maybe hasn't made a move,
right?
Because
he likes 5
Maud
subs.
overtly makes said, "Oh, did you send Baz home?" So people want it, and I think that she sees the writing on the wall, and it's a matter of what'll happen first.
And he likes 5 subs again. That's his preference.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it was just a one-off last week. I don't know. But yeah, nice to see them have that connection because they did have a friendship last year. That was nice to see. But Taggy is going to go fetch this horse that's lost in the storm and return it to Rupert's because she cares for. She's a woman of nature. She cares for the animals.
Yeah, the horse. I mean, a horse in a hurricane is bad. You'd have to do something. Well, she tries to call Rupert, and the phone is off the hook. Mm-hmm. So she goes over with the horse. She gets it all ready to go. Does her thing. Thankfully, because of the weather, we're not getting some sun glare on the lens and whimsical music. This is very to the point. She gets there, very sort of by the books interaction with her, Cameron, and Rupert, where Rupert's thankful, and he gives her a sweater and he offers her something to drink, and Cameron's like, "I'll take something to drink."
Yeah. Bad news when Taggy comes walking around at night.
But Cameron is so intuitive. Like, I feel like she needs to do better than this now.
And we'll just note it, while Rupert offers to take Taggy home after she returns his horse, Cameron just starts snooping through Rupert's diary and sees that he has a note in there from Taggy wishing him good luck.
From last season, yeah.
Yeah, and she just knows, like, he hasn't quit on her yet.
Well, does she know that? I don't think she knows that they were ever a thing. Because they never really were a thing,
Yeah.
The only person that we know who has made overt comments about that was Sarah Stratton, which was like, stay away from her.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true.
But she's seen the writing on the wall, which is ironic considering that she had a little one-off with another O'Hara 20-something herself.
Patrick, yeah.
These people and these young O'Haras, Battingham's, Cooks, and Campbell Blacks.
Did she ever seal the deal with Patrick? I thought it was just kind of like a flirty affair.
Well, we know that Tony or Rupert never went all the way with Taggy.
It's true. But anyways, though, Rupert's bringing Taggy back home, and so he's kind of trapped in at the O'Hara's because the storm keeps getting worse.
Yeah, keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
And
so why don't we flip over to the Vereker house?
Mm-hmm.
Because Lizzie is sitting with writer's block, and in comes James, and James is like, "I'm headed to bed. I'm tired. Early morning tomorrow." And Lizzie's like, "I'm gonna stay up. I have to do this."
Yeah.
And a few moments later, knock on the door, and the whole thing is once Monica walks out, everyone's like, "Where is she going? What's gonna happen with her?" And it's the Vereker house, so she shows up. And she seems like crazed,
Yeah.
And I think that Lizzie kind of sees like something's afoot right now. She's soaking wet. She's been out in this weather. Come on in. And then they have one of the most frank conversations in the show. And I think it's like a really, really eye-opening conversation.
It's kind of recalls what we've seen with Monica in the past few weeks, where she's kind of coming from her high perch of judging those around her a little bit, or giving them a side eye of like she sees Freddie and Lizzie running around. There's another couple too that Monica notes that like, should they be that close or whatever? Is it Rupert and Taggy? I don't know, but like. She opens the conversation by asking Lizzie, like, how are you with Freddie? And are you going to leave James for him? And Lizzie immediately shuts that down and like, no, we made sure that we're all okay now. Nothing's going to happen.
But then Monica's like, why? Why did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
And Lizzie's like, because of family, because of it's complicated. We can't, it's not good.
Yep.
And then we get a really, really, in my opinion, one of the most genuine and authentic conversations about like the double standard between men and women, and Monica kind of lowering herself to getting off that high horse that she kind of seems to be perceived she's on. Although, I think this is a real episode of Monica reclaiming her independence and her autonomy.
Yeah.
And she's like, why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we let these men walk all over us when we need to be courageous? Like, I would never wish my daughter to, like, suffer through this the way that we do. Mm-hmm. She said, when I was young, I used to be... I thought when I would get older, I would become braver. But I'm getting less brave as I get older. I'm more timid. It's like, man.
Yeah. And she pretty much tells her story about, like, how there was someone that she loved, but her parents and family would never approve, so it never happened. And this is kind of like...
And their parents, she very heavily leans into both parties were not allowed to do this.
Right. And if you're an outsider, you could think, like, well, maybe they're from a different... socioeconomic status, and maybe that's why it didn't work. But we know from her interactions with that lady who's on the Venturer board, that there was a lesbian attraction between the two of them that was never acted upon. And you really feel for Monica in that moment, because it explains why she wasn't sexually responsive to Tony, as we saw the other week there, where she's just kind of contented to not do much with him. And as they dive into full well after this, because Monica, after having that conversation with Lizzie, is like, I guess I got to get back home.
Enough is enough. We're making changes in our lives. We're going to girl power 1987. We're moving forward here.
Exactly. So she returns home, and she's going to take Caitlin back to Maud's. And I don't know what her plan is when she gets to Maud and Declan's, maybe to blow up the whole situation there, but she's taking Caitlin back. And Archie's like, take me with you.
But not before she has a conversation with Tony.
Exactly. She has a conversation with Tony before this, where he's just trying to make his case like, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Give me one more chance. Mind you, this is a guy who said he's cheated dozens of times earlier in this episode, he said.
And she said, I gave you one more. You're out of chances. I was like, oh my God, she's the best.
But she owns the situation. She's like, we shouldn't have gotten married in the first place. It was not meant to be. But he says, like, it made sense because you had the house, I had the money. It worked. So it was advantageous to both of them. But she's like, you've been a systematic adulteress. And that she's had enough. And so she's going to extract him from her life. And so no more chances. And he says, I love you. And she says, you love me awfully. And so she's like, I'm done. Not before he gets an awful dig on her, though. But understand where he's coming from, where he's frustrated because he's like, whenever we would have sex, it'd be once a week, and then you give me a pat on the head as if I was a good boy and that was it. And you don't have a sexual bone in your body. You're dead from the waist down. It's like, that's so cold. But I don't know if he's wrong based on what we understand from the relationship. I mean, it's just a horrible way to say it.
I mean, I think the one thing that you can... he's right that they don't have a good functioning relationship. At the same time, she has on multiple occasions throughout the course of the show said, stop cheating on me.
Well, that too.
Like,
that's true, too.
Forgiveness takes time. Like if you were to think in the grand scheme of life, if you reconciled with a partner who had cheated on you, you're not like, let's do it today. Let's do it right now. You're like, you got to earn it back. And he never allows himself to earn it back. As she said, she brings up the fact that, like, you're sleeping with Maud O'Hara to revenge yourself on Declan. Like, you're so into this rivalry that you're doing this. Like, that's disgusting. That's the lowest of the low. And that's when he kind of blows up and he's like, I'm a man with needs and you don't meet those needs.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to say that right now, Tony.
But it is heartbreaking when he says, like, you're dead from the waist down. She says, I wasn't always. It's like, man.
Well, what a wonderful,
it's heartbreaking
knife to the heart for Tony. Like, you did this to her,
and she did it to herself too. I mean, she put herself in this relationship. It's the regret.
Well, that's the fun part about it, because it's like for the viewer, we know that what she's meaning is like, because she didn't live her truth, she's forced to endure this dog of a man.
Yeah,
and in his brain, I'm sure he's reading it like, I didn't love her the right way.
Maybe.
But she said, I want a divorce. I'm taking this house. I'm taking the title. I'm taking the kids. and you're on your own. And he's like, absolutely not. And she's like, I'm taking Caitlin, and we're hitting the road down to the O'Hara's house 40 feet away.
Yeah, they leave. We get a moment of Archie shouting at Tony, "I hate you, Dad." Good thing we didn't watch this on Father's Day. A lot of saying "hate you, Dad." Like, okay, all right. Powers off at the O'Hara's, but a phone call comes through. It's Tony calling.
Yeah. Well, the phone call cuts the tension between Taggy and Rupert, who are trying to find their way around, and Taggy's like, you got to sleep over. We don't want people on the road right now. And
they're like, there's a tension there, but yeah, she's like, I can get you anything you want. I mean, tea. Yes, tea. And then the phone rings. But yeah, Maud answers, and it's Tony, and she's like, Caitlin. Oh no. And then Monica, they know everything, whatever. But Declan picks up on what they're talking about, and she just tells Declan that Archie and Caitlin have bunked off and they're hooking up, and Declan's like, I am going to read her the riot act. I am pissed off.
I understand. This show's called Rivals. That's your worst enemy's kid. Mm-hmm. Pick another guy somewhere else.
Yeah. And he immediately gets out of bed. He's trouserless. These guys don't sleep with anything on. It's just a...
Well, I mean, we know they weren't really sleeping. They had just done the deed.
True, and he just passed out. But anyways, though, in that interim, they're... what was it? We see Tony apologizing to Archie, all his fault, and Archie and Tony hug. So theoretically, they've kind of cooled off for a moment in the interim of all this. But after that call, they're still waiting for Caitlin to show up because they expect Monica to come, because that's what Tony had mentioned. And that's when Declan and Rupert are like, we got to go try and find her.
Yeah.
And Lizzie Veriker, we see, has some inspiration to write a story again. She'd been struggling with that. Stormy Weather.
Yeah, based on her her conversation with Maud kind of compels her to go forth and do something.
Yep. Declan finds Caitlin walking around out there.
Covered in blood.
Yep, covered in blood. That immediately gave me a sinking feeling that something's not good with Monica.
I thought both of them were going to go. I thought we were going to lose both of them in this bit.
Well, the thing that gave me pause is like, well, there's still the lady from Venturer who knows Monica. So, like, they want to get rid of Monica yet to not pay that off. But it'll pay off in a different way than I expected, I guess. But... yeah, they get Caitlin home. We see Lizzie visits Freddie. Freddie, who's cleaning out the pond, which feels completely very prescient given how there's all the algae and terrible water in the Lincoln Memorial's reflecting pool. Just to see someone like Freddie Jones working on that, it's like, man.
Well, cleaning up the post-hurricane garden gnomes winding up in the pond.
Exactly. Send him to Washington is all I'm saying. Send Freddie there. That would do a good job.
Yeah.
But Lizzie is there, and she's like, I can't do without you. And he kind of looks back at the house.
He's far enough away.
Yeah.
He's a football field or two away from home.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't want to do without her. And so they are definitely lighting the keg for that to explode the back half of the season. They gotta.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the question is, do they, as Monica asked, are you going to leave James for Freddie? Mm-hmm. And... is Freddie going to leave Valerie for Lizzie? And I guess you want the people that are the people that you're shipping, you want it to work. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't have to be. You don't want it all to be cheating. That's the one thing that I don't like about the show is everyone's in the wrong.
The only question I have is like with them, the entire drama is like the will they, won't they, because they're both married. And if you were to get those two together, what is the drama that's left after that? That's what I'm curious about.
Well, I feel like the blow off will be, and I mean maybe next week we come on and just do a short episode about our predictions for the back half.
Maybe.
And something to me says that we wind up with James Veriker trying to defend Lizzie's honor and coming off like a total idiot.
We'll see.
That's James he's a proven idiot.
James.
But that's one of the only real glimmers of joy in this episode because Tony gets a knock on the door.
Second week in a row, an episode ending with Tony getting a knock on his door.
And the dude's in his PJs. The dude went to bed. What? Maybe don't do that.
I think
maybe go look for your wife.
He did give a good effort trying to look for her, but she did drive off without him, and she seemed to make it clear that she was not coming back. Also, so I get that.
Yeah, he didn't fight for anything in that moment, but Rupert comes in, and Rupert's like, "Sit down." He's like, "No, man, I don't want to be around you." And Rupert's like, "It's about Monica. She got into an accident. We found her. And she's dead."
Yep. Tree fell, hit the car.
Yeah, and our man is not our man. Tony's definitely not our man. Mm-mm. He's beside himself.
Yeah.
But one can't help but think how he'll play this to his favor because loveless marriage, she was going to divorce him. She was going to take everything from him. Now he's scot-free, able to walk back into the world.
Yeah. Good for no one. Terrible. I'm really sad that Monica has to go. She gave a great performance this episode, but man, that's real sad. Real hammer to win the half point of the season on. I will say, Dave, I was reading about what they're teasing for the back half of the season. And they were saying, the executive producer of the show, that Tony has now lost all his morality. We thought Tony was bad before. He gets worse. He's actually a man and that Tony is more dangerous than ever. Because the person who would be the voice in his ear to kind of be one of reason was Monica, and without that kind of guardrail on him, dude's just gonna wild out.
Well, and look at the beginning of this show and what the sort of beef between Rupert and Tony was. It was that Rupert had it all. And Tony was this scrappy guy trying to get by on his wits. Then he marries into the Rupert lifestyle. Yeah. And is now living the Rupert lifestyle, but he's anchored to a loveless marriage. Now he continue to have the lifestyle, continue to have the title, but now he can be the dog that Rupert is. Yeah. So it is kind of it's dangerous because he's a sociopath. Right.
So we'll see where that goes. Great episode, though. Really.
And that is funny because I've never watched the Doctor Who with him, but he is so nasty. I can't. He's an incredible actor because I do not believe that I could ever like this guy in anything.
Oh, he's so good as the Doctor. He's so.
But and I get it, but I've only seen him in this and Jessica Jones, and he's the bad guy in that. So
you should watch Fright Night with Colin Farrell. He's in that. He's not a bad person in it.
I mean, I trust that he's a good actor, but from my experience, it's kind of like Mr. Carson's wife in Harry Potter as Umbridge. You're like, ugh, you're so despicable, I hate you. Right. But then she comes around in Downton Abbey, you're like, oh, she's good. Yeah. Yes. Good, really great cliffhanger. I'm really upset that we need to wait months to watch this instead of weeks.
Right. So let's get to the power rankings. We got number 3 on my side going down. I got Archie.
Archie, okay.
Yeah. Just gets steamrolled by his dad, pretty much, to the point where at the end he's making good with him, you know. He's found out his parents are cheating. Just the bad vibes in the household all around. Mm-hmm. He just wanted to hook up with Caitlin, and he got so much more than he bargained for.
Yeah. Well, at number 3, I got Maud.
Okay.
She's just faced with all of her bad decisions, and she's bottling them up. And we didn't talk about the fact that after Caitlin comes in the door, she goes right for Taggy and shoots darts into Maud. There's no recovering. Maud knows that she knows. Yeah. And Maud has gone on the record earlier on in the season 1 of saying, I'm being good to Declan. I'm not cheating anymore. Yeah. And here we go, you know. So Maud is in it.
It's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
Well, number 2 going down, I got Monica.
Okay.
She died, and that's a real shame. Don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah.
Went out in blaze of glory, though. But whenever someone dies, they go down, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I got Tony at number 2.
Okay.
Because this is a guy who's been slam dunking this season on everybody. Mm-hmm. And then for his wife to put him in this situation, and he's totally called out, and his defense mechanisms are like vulgarity and putting women down, and you see he's a little boy, and he doesn't get the bottom slot because at the end of the episode he kind of gets his get out of jail free card. You don't have to get divorced, but he still has to live with this shame if he has that ability. I don't know.
Well, I got Tony going down for the same reason at number 1. The guy got caught, and there's no amount of apologizing that could get him out of his hole. Tough beat.
Yeah. Well, if only the person who he was apologizing to was a factor in his life anymore. That's why I got Monica at number 1, because there's so much potential.
Yeah.
We literally tee up the Dame Enid stuff for the past few weeks, and we see her with Lizzie as this sort of sage, we're not going to take it anymore, girl power stuff is starting. This momentum is starting for her, just to get immediately cut off at the knees is the kind of shocking storytelling that makes great TV great. And it's tough for me to not feel like her passing away is the biggest exclamation point on the steps forward she was taking throughout the course of the episode.
Fair. Well then, Dave, who's going up?
Well, I got Archie going up because I think it's very what's the word I'm looking for? It's traumatizing and scathing to like have your parents' sort of fate and morality in your hands. And at the end of the episode, he does hug his dad, but I feel like he's also gone out of his way to like tell him that this is disgusting. This is you cheated on mom. Like you're awful. I hate you. And I think Tony's giving off like Homelander energy at this point, and it's is he gonna beat him into the dirt, or is he gonna like heed his angry son moment? And also the kid's a dweeb who loves birds, and for the first 10 minutes of the episode he's having the time of his life. So this is not a very positive episode of the show.
Yeah, it's a tough one to pick for people who are going up, and I don't know. He I guess Archie does earn his stripes, but he still gets steamrolled a lot.
Yeah, he's the pawn for his dad.
Yeah, it tells you about his place in the family, which is not very high. Well, I got at number 3 going up. I got Monica because again, there weren't enough people in this episode. I know I have her going down.
Okay,
but she does make a good. She gets some good digs in with Tony.
She was out with a bang.
Yeah, where with her dying, I think that'll leave a mark on him that he can never resolve. So kudos to Monica going out with a blaze of glory. I know she's on both sides of the list, but it was a tough week to choose for people going up.
Yeah, well, at number 2 going up, I got Declan.
Really?
This is a dude, he does not know what's going on with his wife. Mm-hmm. After last week where the tape got destroyed, he's so nervous about this Yates thing being a hit.
Oh, yeah.
He shows his wife. She says it's incredible. And she basically tells him it's going to be great. And I think it's an incredibly noble thing to do to say, like, I almost cheated and I didn't. I think that's you don't have to do that, especially with Monica. As he said to Cameron, she lives her life however she wants. Mm-hmm. And his code of ethics is telling him, just let her know.
Yeah.
And I think that's as a man, I think I would shake his hand and say he did the right thing. I don't think a lot of people would do what he did. Mm-hmm. I mean, next week, and the fact that Monica passed away, I don't think this is going to come crashing down on him about Maude anytime soon. I think he's going to live in the afterburn of whatever happened, the accident. But
it depends how long Caitlin has the ways to tell him. But I do think he does deserve some kudos for telling Maude that he didn't cheat on her, which was nice. Mm-hmm. But still, at number 2 going up, I got Caitlin because she popped her chair. And I thought it was really good that she was there trying to hold on to that photo. She knew what she had to do in terms of that information. And she also survived a tree falling on her. So
Yep.
good on Caitlin.
Great. On number 1, I got Lizzie Veriker.
Yeah, Lizzie's number 1.
She has this incredible moment with Monica. Great scene. She gets her mojo back in the writer's room. She starts writing a book, which is like you wonder the whole time why she's not writing about what's going on in her life. And then she goes over to Freddie and she's like, "I'm done with this. I want to be bad. Make me, take me." Mm-hmm. And it's great.
Yeah, it's kind of what the first half of the season's been building up to. So I'm glad that they're finally pulling the trigger. It seems like, for sure, for them to move forward with this. So good on her, and she's got her writing inspiration back, which is key to her, who she is. It was nice to hear her narrating the end. Like, it felt a natural fit of her talking about people who didn't get to realize their passions and taking advantage of that. It was appropriate. Good writing from the show and all. That is this week on Rivals. We may come back to recap the first half of the season. We'll see how we're feeling next week. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a holiday week over here in the States. We've been burning the tank and for this podcast. I'm not saying that we deserve
a break.
We do this for fun more than anything else. Mm-hmm. But something will be there. Maybe you'll get a little unlocked Patreon in your main feed or something along those lines. But
yeah,
we will return at some point in the next. At the very least, we'll announce what our next project is going to be.
Yep. And so, Dave, what else have you been watching other than Rivals?
I'm thinking not too much this week. I think it's been a pretty fast week with Juneteenth off. I got to go. I'll just say, a little plug for there's a black-owned bookstore on Paradise Green where we grew up. Called Obodo Serendipity. I spell it as you Obodo.
Stratford.
And they're nice people. If you ever find yourself wanting to buy a book, if you even just I went in there and have asked them to buy books for me in the past, just so you're keeping your money away from Jeff Bezos and you're helping a business. So went over there, and also feel like the afterglow of this Knicks thing has been so hard to avoid. Yeah. Not that I'm a hater. My girlfriend's Villanova alumni, so the Nova Knicks have been a big part of our house for the past 2 seasons. So it's been a Knicks week here on the East Coast.
Just inhaling all the content.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I tried to go to the parade last week, and then I saw the lines and the crowds, and I was like, you know what? I'm
5 million people.
Yeah, I'm just a casual fan. As much as I like seeing my New Yorkers happy, I'm good. I'm good on not going to that. It's okay. We'll live. Mm-hmm. But Dave, I've been watching on Apple TV. Apple TV's had a lot of good programming and buzz going for it recently. But there's a new show that's on there that's in the middle of its season, Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed, starring Tatiana Maslany. She was on Orphan Black. She was She-Hulk. And it's really, really good. The first episode's directed by David Gordon Green, of Righteous Gemstones and a bunch of other movies and TV shows. But it's just about a single mother who likes to watch a cam boy and then sees him get kidnapped, and then it just spirals from there.
Oh boy, interesting.
And it's funny, it's exciting. Man, it's just a really good show. I'm really digging it. So
cool. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. And only half hour too. That's one thing too about Apple TV is they are a firm believer in just a half hour comedy drama TV show. It's like, great, I don't have an hour.
The half hour is the selling point.
Yeah,
and you get more bang for your buck. You could do double the season basically for these. Shows
it's 10 episodes. Yeah, so there you go. All right, I think we can end it there. A shorter week, cool. Considering we've been running over an hour for a few weeks here.
Yeah, well, this is the good thing about it. This is not quite a bottle episode, but it's very contained.
Yes. One windy, rainy night. All right. You know where to find us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, lordsofgrantham@gmail.com. Leave a 5-star rating wherever you listen to us, Spotify or iTunes. You can comment on there. We'll get back to you. Someone said last week that I think it was me that they were talking about, was talking down to Dave on the first episode of our coverage at Poldark. It was the pandemic. I don't know. We were going through it. But yeah.
You keep leaving those comments. If you're listening now and you're, it's weird when people are leaving comments on stuff from 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
I appreciate it, though. It means, like, people are actually willing to listen to us when it's like, I'm checking the show out. I want to have a companion along the way, and it's us they're choosing, which is great. Otherwise, you can sign up for our Patreon for some bonus content. Got some more coming on along the way.
Cinderella 2015 next week will be
Billy
on
James,
the Patreon.
Dan Stevens.
Helena Bonham Carter?
No, he's in Beauty and the Beast.
He's the Beast.
He's the Beast. Daisy's in Cinderella.
Yes, she's one of the sisters, the stepsisters.
Otherwise, we will catch you next time on the pod.